without further ado, our very last performer of the day before we have about a 30-minute kind of promo chatty period at the very end of our red carpet going into the gala in about an hour. So, welcome to our MC of the event and Gifting Pride songwriter and wonderful musician, Eli Wise. Hey,
Hello.
Eli.
Hi, can you hear me okay?
Yeah,
Oh, good. I'm never sure with microphones, so.
I know. I know, right? Some of those videos, I was like, oh, it's so quiet. I can't do anything about it.
I know, it's technology.
Yeah. It's great, but it's also I think computers are tired right now.
They might be. We're tired, so the computers are probably
We're
tired too.
tired. Yeah, they're like, why are you making me do these things? I currently have like two screens that I'm looking at you from, so
It's very
ah,
confusing. We're like becoming spiders with all of our eyes everywhere.
it's true. I know my eyes need a rest every half hour or so. So tell us a little about yourself and what drew you to music.
That's a good question. Yeah, I guess I feel like my mom tells it well, where she says I started. She had an egg cutter, which I feel like is something that I don't know that anybody has anymore. But for whatever reason, if you want to cut a hard-boiled egg, there's an egg cutter, and
Yeah,
she said I would play that when I was about 3 years old and strum it around the house like a guitar. So
that's awesome.
I think that's pretty much the story. So yeah, I've always loved music and loved stories, and started making songs up from the time I was a small child, getting in trouble in my piano lessons for not practicing, but making things up instead. And I think for me, reading music was always really hard for me. So as a kid, I felt a little insecure. I think often about music because I love to play and create, but it took me a long time. It took me until graduate school really to get more comfortable with reading music. But even so, I went on to school and got a couple degrees in music composition somehow. Um, so
Awesome.
uh, yeah, so I think for music's always been very important.
Awesome. We have a note from Genesis who's doing some tech for us. She says that you can come up a little bit. You
Oh,
can
okay, cool. Then
you
I will
can
do
raise
that.
your mic. I
Um,
can't really tell how loud I am
yeah,
in comparison with
I sh-
you, so
right, and I should actually see like Genesis. Thank you for checking on that. Like,
thanks, Genesis. Oh, yeah.
okay, cool.
I,
I just
I
want to make
think
sure.
that's good.
Okay, you know, always
I'm sure Genesis will tell us.
totally. Thank you so
They
much,
say
Genesis.
yeah.
They say
They
yeah.
give us they're giving us a thumbs up.
Great, excellent, excellent. Oh, invaluable help from the wonderful Genesis.
It's invaluable, I gotta tell you. Totally. They helped me with a pee break earlier, and I was just like, oh, thank you so much for being here.
See, that's essential. That's essential. And my glasses are fogging up. I tell you. Yeah, and also it's been such a wonderful day so far. I've been tuning in and out because I have a 1-year-old daughter, and so we've been watching some of the music, and then
Hmm.
sometimes I chase her around the house. Um,
Yep.
but it's been so great to see everybody so far.
Yeah. Genesis says that the vocal. Do you have two different mics, or is it just the
I
one?
do. I have. Hello, this is the
The
vocal
vocal.
mic,
Yeah, the
and then
vocal
this is
mic
the
can
guitar
come up
mic.
a little more.
What does she say?
They
Oh
say
yeah,
that
what do
it
they
can
say?
come up a little more,
What?
up a
Oh,
little
I can't
more.
hear you anymore. You disappeared.
Oh. Oh no.
Turn up the vocal mic.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, now the vocal mic is louder, although I can't hear you. But if you can hear me, then I'll assume everything is fine. Oh, there's a private chat going on. Now I have to reach all the way over to here. Still pretty low. Let's see what it's like when Okay. La 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 la. Now I'm singing, it might be louder. I don't want to be too loud, but maybe it's fine. La 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 la.
Still up. Still up.
Make it louder, they say.
Thanks, Genesis.
Okay, I
Yeah, they
wonder
say
why it's
compared to
been
my
so
mic.
quiet today. La 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 la, I don't think it goes louder than that. Maybe it's just this one that's working and not that one. No, I hear
No,
them
they're both
both.
working.
I hope everybody is enjoying the technological show. This
Live
is the
music,
way things
everyone.
go. I still can't hear you, cat. I don't know where you went.
Cool. Can
everything's
you hear me?
okay.
It is.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Should
Yeah.
I just go ahead and start playing songs since I can't hear you?
Sure. Well,
Or do you want to
what
ask me a
about
question? You're saying one
yeah,
something. Yeah, I don't. There's a rainbow flag
coming
behind
out
you.
day?
It's
Coming
National
out
Coming Out
day.
Day.
What does it mean to
I'm not very good
you?
at reading lips. Oh, you want to know about coming out from me?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Okay, we did a great job figuring that out. Oh gosh, that's an interesting story. Or like, oh, what does a day mean to me? That's what you guys were saying. I think about growing up in the '80s and how there were very few. Actually, I knew no positive LGBT role models growing up. I was lucky to have a really supportive family, but my only experience with trans people, I'm a trans person, was talk shows where people would come on to be sensationalized in these just really wretched ways. And I'd say the closest thing to a positive coming out thing was the not so positive Jerry Seinfeld's show of, not that there's anything wrong with that. And that was definitely the closest it came. So I think, and then I think about young people today growing up with these amazing visible role models. Like Laverne Cox comes to mind as being like, just, and, you know, and then RuPaul, who's been, I know he's controversial, but, people who are really just like out there and being so brave. And so my feeling is that it doesn't always feel safe to come out, and it isn't always safe to come out. But if it is, then it's a value to yourself and it's a value to others. And I think of it as the difference between either hiding who you are, or apologizing for who you are, or stating who you are, or maybe in the future we get to a place where people are just like, that's just one piece of the mosaic of who you are. And so I think that, and I struggle with it sometimes too, because I'm very self-conscious in some ways, and I'm like a very like anxious extrovert is what I would say. So I'm sometimes, I had several times where I, in a very fraught way would come out to people and they'd say, yeah, you already told me that. And I say, oh, sorry. Okay, I guess we're cool. So, so I think it's valuable, and I think we keep learning as a society. And so if hopefully things like this can help people feel safe and know that you can be, and just who you are is who you are. And there's really no explanation needed, just try to go into the world with love and with openness, and also protect yourself when needed. That's what I would say. So yes. So then,
Awesome.
we'll practice that bravery and vulnerability. So I'm a queer transgendered man, and the parent of a lovely young child, and also a musician and an educator, and a singer and MC today.
Awesome.
I
Can
don't
you
have a bow
still not
tie
hear
though, like a
me?
cat, and no, I can't hear you. I have no idea what you're saying, but I can see you.
Okay.
Okay, one.
So, if you want to donate, I'm told that everyone can actually hear me except for Eli. So, if you want to donate to Eli, then you can go to the link below here,
Okay, cool. Maybe
and
other
you
people
can
can hear it. Can't see.
donate.
Yeah.
They can. They can. And you can donate to Eli and thank him for performing today, as well as emceeing. So please consider that Eli is both playing live for us and emceeing. Thanks. Take it away, Eli.
Yay. Okay. I'll go back to the public comments. So if anybody can't hear me, type it in, and I'll do my best to fix. Oh, they're happy little unicorns dancing around. I love seeing those unicorns. Wow, they're so great. Okay, I'm gonna play some songs for you. I'm excited to share them with you. This one right here is my most recent one, and it's called "The Curve of Chaos," and I wrote it thinking about these efforts I think a lot of us make right now, where we set up systems and then we have to take them apart and set them up again because the world keeps changing in really challenging ways. And we sometimes idealize historic figures, but what were their lives really like? You can also just listen to the song and enjoy it. Go on, glorify the grit, lush shadows on gelatin print, but we had dirt on our hands, blood above the knees. You see, we just felt heavy. The curve of chaos is clear, my dear. Another fox moves in, but bare existence was within my ken. So let the next refrain begin. I build it up to break it down again. I lift up my hands. I built it up from rocks, and now the rocks are sand. Now the rocks are sand. This warehouse is shadows with smell animals, half draped against the walls, skeletal machines, dust thin as brittle skin. The curve of chaos is clear, my dear. Another fox moves in, but bare existence was thin my kin. So let the next refrain begin. Oh, I build it up to break it down again. I lift up my hands. I built it up from rocks, and now those rocks are sand. Now those rocks are sand. Oh, our lives are blueprints, then decay, and then historic landscapes. Yes, our lives are blueprints, then decay, and then historic landscapes. It's just a question of years, a question of days, just a question of years or days. So go on, glorify the grit, put soft gloves on your hands. If the archives need touching up, I think organic dyes are the trend. So we left some blood on the sand. Thank you. I have to take off these headphones because they feel weird. I also, I'm going to hide the chats from me because it's distracting me. Even though I love you all. This song is called Easy Fiction. And I wrote it sort of about social media. Which I guess we're all on right now. I got lost today in your picture. Felt myself slipping away. I got lost today in shades of sepia. My hand pale against your face, and I try to hold on to my life, but drift into yours. My compass drawn right to your magnet, and there's no trace of due north. No trace of due north. 'Cause it's an easy fiction, this little world, nothing's done in diction, safely occurred in an easy fiction. My wings unfurl, and I fly so far away. Yes, I fly so far away. I got lost today in your motion. Felt myself slip into your film. I got lost today, had no notion. Oh, but I felt just I was a character I'd become. And I try to hold on to my life, but drift into yours. My compass drawn right to your magnet, and there's no trace of due north. No trace of due north. 'Cause it's an easy fiction, my little world. No truth, no ambition, just safely occurred in an easy fiction. My wings unfurl and I fly so far away. Yes, I fly so far away. I got lost today in the states of my own story. Body bled today by brambles quick and thorny. I got lost today in the cedar's knotted story. Past and future bled into one history. 'Cause it's an easy fiction, this little world, my only ambition. My little girl in an easy fiction. My wings unfurl and I fly so far away. Yes, I fly so far away, yeah. Yes, I fly away. Oh, yes, I fly away, yeah, yeah. All right. Thank you all. I'm going to change modes dramatically now. And everything's sounding okay? Okay, good. Got worried for a second there. I'm going to change over to sing a song that I wrote for a kid, or I wrote kind of with a kid. So those were two songs that are like what I write for myself. Very dramatic. A lot of, heartfelt angst. And I partnered with this wonderful program called Chapter 510 that's in Oakland. And they run free writing workshops for kids. So I came on as a musical mentor, and I worked with this 9-year-old named Piper Ingham, and we wrote this song together. And it's a lot like the Gifting Pride process, actually, because we talked about what was important to her, what she wanted to write a song about, what mood she wanted the song to have. And the mood she had was excited. And the topic that excited her the most was her cat, Persephone. And what she didn't know is that I'm actually obsessed with the myth the myth of the Persephone story and write about it all the time. So that was very interesting to me. So this is the song that came from it, where I wrote the music and I helped her to craft the words. And it's called Persephone the Cat. And you can hear the full version of it on the Gifting Pride website. Yes. So I usually play it on piano, so I think I'll do all right. We'll find out. Persephone, she's from the streets. We found her while coming back from trick-or-treating. One of my moms named her Persephone because she is black and white. Oh, Persephone, she defends day and night. Persephone is actually mine. Sometimes she's mischievous, well, almost all the time. After she's bad, we put her in the bathroom and she whines. I still love her 'cause she's mine. She's soft and fluffy, her fur's like a blanket. She plays and pounces and purrs. He likes to play with a feather and chase it. Oh, 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 Persephone, she's perfect. Whoa, she's sweet. Oh wait, so I forgot. Oh, she's sweet sometimes, and she even smiles. Whoa, but not when we bathe her. It's like throwing her in the lake, but I still cuddle her when I'm awake. Persephone is actually mine. Sometimes she's mischievous, well, almost all the time. After she's bad, we put her in the bathroom. After she's bad, we put her in the bathroom. After she's bad, we put her in the bathroom, and she whines. I still love her 'cause she's mine. Still love her 'cause she's mine. I still love her 'cause she's mine. Meow. So that's just a lot of fun. All right, I think I'm gonna play two to three more songs depending on time and things like that. I'm gonna switch to ukulele for a moment, and I'm gonna play a different sort of, I guess, custom. Thanks for the meow. I know exactly right. It's funny because I was talking with one of our other wonderful performers, Theo, and I think he was under the impression that I always wrote happy songs because I was for the collective, but there's a lot of darkness there too. Okay, so this one is one I wrote for my boyfriend. Well, sort of for us, and so it's a little bit more of a personal one, and I haven't played it in a number of years, so I might cheat. Oh. And look at some lyrics. But when we started dating, so I met him on a scruff date, and I was really just like not interested in meeting anybody because I was like, stupid. But his profile was very, very endearing. Partially because he just like had his clothes on, which was a really sexy thing to be like. I can be cool and also be dressed. And so I met him, and it was one of those things where just sort of as soon as we met, there was just a lot of magic. But he lived in Brooklyn, and I lived in California. But now we have a child together, and we live together. And so it all... Anyhow, this is a song I wrote not too long after we met. The sweetest man I ever met was on a whim without a bed, a blind date. I forgot what word goes there. Sorry. Thinking about a lot of things. Let's try that again. It's very real. The sweetest man I ever met was on a whim without a bed, a blind date on a rainy afternoon. He took a train under the bay, walked in a little wet to the cafe, and as soon as I saw him I wanted to say, well, I sure can make time for you, and there is nothing that I'd rather do than sit here and watch the rain fall next to you. We closed the bar and the cafe. I took him home without delay. He said, my flight's in the morning, but I wish that I could stay. Now after a few years on the scene, I know when people say what they mean. So I said, let's take a chance, pick a city we'll meet. And a month later in Philly, on another rainy night, we walked through the streets and he held sure can make time for you. And there is nothing that I'd rather do than walk through the rain next to you. Well, friends and forecasters love to say the country's big, much too wide, much too fast for long distance love to survive. But with you, everything is just easy. Oh, sure, I count down the days till I can touch your sweet face. But doesn't every romance have its burden? And you should make time for me. My life is better in every way I see. And I should make time for you. You can feel my heart beating, its rhythm so true. And there ain't much in the whole damn world I'd rather do than lay down in the rain next to you. Thank you. I'm gonna put my headphones back on because I think I might be about out of time. Oh, I can play one more? Okay, I'll play one more song. Okay, so now we have a question. This is almost impossible to answer in real time about the emotional tone of the last one. I think we'll do another kind of cheerful one to finish up. This is one of my favorite songs to end shows with. Audience participation is great, but it's tricky online. Here's your job.
You want me to participate? You still can't hear me?
It's very sad. I don't know, but I know that you're there. You're sad. Oh, she left again. Oh, so sad. So for this one, here's your job. If you can think of a number that rhymes with, if you can think of a word that rhymes with 4 or 5, or I know, yeah. If you can think of a number that rhymes with 4 or 5, then type it in, and then I will work with that. Your other job is usually the song. Well, yeah, that's basically your only job. If you can think of a rhyme that rhymes with a number higher than 4, type it in, and I'll do my best to incorporate it. This is a folk song that I've adapted, and it works great to celebrate folks who are polyamorous, although that's not the original intention, I don't think. It's called New River Train or Can't Love One. I was actually taught it as a kid's song. It works for them too. We just go with different rhymes. Honey, you can't love one. Honey, you can't love one. No, you can't love one and still have any fun. Honey, you can't love one. Oh no, Gifting Pride wrote adore, and I thought they meant they adored me, but they were suggesting a rhyme. So include your number too, so I don't just think you're giving me weird compliments. And honey, you can't love two. Honey, I'm talking to you. No, you can't love two and still be true. Honey, you can't love two. And darling, you can't love three. Darling, you can't love three. No, you can't love three and have any weekends free. Honey, you can't love three. Darling, you can't love four. Darling, you can't love four. No, you can't love four. They'll have a contest to find out who you adore more. Oh, honey, you can't love four. Okay, I need some for 5 and 6. It's a little instrumental. Oh, too late for Elliot. Oh man, we'll go for a later number. Delay. Honey, you can't love six. Honey, you can't love six. No, you can't love six and not get some pretty kinky stuff in the mix. Honey, you can't love six. And darling, you can't love seven. Darling, you can't love seven. No, you can't love seven and still make it into some people's heaven. Honey, you can't love seven. Elliot, you're so give me so many options. Darling, you can't love nine. Darling, you can't love nine. No, you can't love nine unless you wrap them all up in twine. Honey, you can't love nine. And for 10, I always go back to what my friend Rob Jamner said, who's also such an amazing musician. And they came up with this great one for 10. Oh, darling, you can't love 10. Darling, you can't love 10. No, you can't love 10 without a calendar and pen. It's true. Honey, you can't love. Darling, you can't love. No, you can't love 10. Thank you so much. I have to figure out what to do with my audio situation so I can hear other cat again. So I'm going to see if I can adjust it to something else. Let's see if that works now.
Can you hear me?
I can now. Yay!
Yay!
We figured it out. Yay!
Yay! That was great, Eli.
Thank you so much. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think we had fun listening. I know I did.
That's
So.
good. That's what counts.
Yeah, my fun is the most important.
Of course.
Oh man. Well, no, thank you so much for being here live to perform for us, and thank you so much for emceeing for us today.
Looking forward to it. I have a different hat to put on to make it clear that I'm changing roles soon, so I'm gonna do that.
Great, and I'm gonna change the background to make it clear as well. So.
Oh, good. That's important.
Yeah. No, indeed. So we're gonna give Eli a little break, and I'm gonna play a little promo video in case all of you, maybe you're hopping on and you're like, what exactly is Gifting Pride? And Eli, by the way, I'm hearing a bit of an echo.
Yeah, that's because of what I just did with my speaker situation. I'll figure it out.
Okay, yeah, I'm sure you will. And if there is an echo, then we'll deal with it. We'll roll with it.
Yeah, I'll play with that while I take 5 or something.
Okay, sounds good.
I already just figured it out. There we go. Now it should be fine. I have to have my microphone going through this and my headphones coming through that.
I get it. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, totally.
Great. Yay, no echo.
Yay.
And you can still hear me. Yay, technology.
Hey, thanks for participating in that. That was really fun.
It was really fun. I loved that. Oh, man. It's so great.
Send me money if they want to. That's totally true.
People can, yes. Send Eli money.
Yeah, send me money so I can get a new shirt because I sweat through this one.
But you're like gonna be here for a while. You're taking over for me, and I'm.
Yeah, you're right.
Great, and a new hat. Yeah, I'm so grateful for you for taking over. But yeah, we'll see you in a minute, and yeah, thanks so much. Bye, Eli. We'll see you soon.